me see here.
June, yo.
June? Yeah.
Brand new month, yo. Middle of the year already.
6 months down. That was quick.
Yeah. It's real crazy.
6 months down, yo.
We running?
Yeah, we running. You can still flow.
Yeah,
we keep it authentic here, bro. What y'all been up to, man? It's been a minute. It seemed like we ain't been here in a minute.
Yeah. How long it's been?
About 3 weeks.
Dang.
That's why I got almost 5 for me.
Yeah, that's why I got twisted up.
5?
Yeah.
No, you about to get docked, huh? If we was getting paid, you'd be in the street.
Yeah.
You wouldn't have a check.
But I thought the little birthday guy we did was the makeup.
Yeah, that was definitely. Speaking of birthdays, Phil, if y'all remember, last episode we were celebrating Phil's birthday. Mm-hmm. Then the 21st was my birthday, and man, I've been celebrating ever since.
I was about to say you was turning up for like a week and a half, yo, straight.
His birthday was all May, yo.
Yeah,
I've been all month.
I've been celebrating a lot, and it's like as soon as I say, all right, I'm done, something else just come up.
Dude.
We celebrating again. You know what I mean?
Partying all month.
Hey man, you only live once, so
yeah.
You gotta.
But that's how May is, though, man.
You gotta live it up.
Like we said, last episode, May. That's the best month of the year, yo.
Best month of the year, man.
It's the best month, yo. Come on, man, give it up. It's the best month.
Kick the summer off with Memorial Weekend.
The best month.
You know what I mean? May is and I'm not saying it just because my birthday is in month.
It rained all month.
But I am, but.
It rained all month, man.
It don't matter. It's still the weather's great. Mm-hmm. Whether it rain or not. It rain every month. It rain
all month though.
Hey, we need that rain. Mm-hmm. Definitely need it.
I mean, May's a good month.
Yeah, we did. We did get quite a bit of rain though this month or last month.
A lot of rain. Like I said, I've been enjoying myself, turning up. Birthday time is Gemini season. Mm-hmm. Y'all know what it is. What else been new, man? I ain't seen y'all in 3 weeks since we celebrated our birthdays, but what's up with you, Phil? What you been up to? How's work? Everything good?
Everything good, man. A little bit of everything. Just getting some stuff done around the crib.
Still working on the crib?
Yeah. The house still getting renovated, and couple little issues here and there, stuff I'm trying to tackle with the pool.
I know you just said something wrong with the car. What's going on with the EV, yo?
I mean, the car is fine. The car is beautiful. Mm. The charger is what the problem is.
The charger on the car?
No, the charger
station.
The charging station at my house.
Okay.
Is giving me a problem.
Now, if y'all don't know EVs, again, that's an electric vehicle. Yeah. He drives an electric vehicle.
Do y'all have don't you need like solar panels?
No. I mean, you can. That would help you, but I mean, no.
Did you install the?
I had an electrician install it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Why you ain't call him? See what was going on.
Well, that's next. But first, I want to find out. You know what I mean? Yeah. You know what I mean? Give me a. I don't want to just call an electrician out there and it's a faulty unit.
Right.
You want the warranty piece.
Right. I want to. What's going on with the unit? Because everywhere else is charging, except for at my house after 2 years. Mm-hmm. So something's going on. You know what I mean? I'm thinking everything looks good. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? So I don't know what it is, but a small little hiccup.
Yeah, them EVs, man. Like I was at a dealership the other day, and it was a 2024 came in. And they were saying that the person was like, I was like, man, the car looked nice. And the lady was like, yeah, the car looked nice, but it's not worth anything. I said, what you mean? She said, well, we had to replace the battery and the person only drove 1,000 miles. I'm like, that ain't nothing. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And she just was like, yeah, and the battery cost $23,000.
Damn.
You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, well, how much did the car cost? She's like $40,000, like $40,000 in the car and the battery cost 23.
Yeah, that's the car, the
battery. And she said, that's at the dealership price, that dealership discount. You know what I mean? So you figure, by the time the warranty's up, the person's paying like darn near $40,000 for a new battery.
Yeah, well, the good thing with that situation is 1,000 miles. That's just a limit, so they can take that whole car back. Give me a whole new car. There's something wrong with that car.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
$23,000 for a battery?
Yeah,
because it's brand new.
And one thing the lady was saying was like, she said, I wouldn't get an electric car until maybe another 10 years.
No. I get an electric car right now.
Well, she was just saying that from her perspective
because she ran into a limit.
Well, no. This was the dealership. This was the person that worked for Honda.
So do she have she don't got no electric vehicle?
No, she works for the car people. Like she works in the service department. She don't work as a salesperson. So she just like, it's like they don't have they haven't been proven yet.
That's true.
You know what I'm saying?
That is true.
What you mean?
As far as like
longevity?
The longevity of the battery. That's the only question.
Yeah.
That's the only question that needs to be answered, because just like that example that he gave, if the battery go, like, you ain't paying less than 8 to 10 grand, even if the car is, if it's a 6-year-old car.
See, but I mean, any battery after a certain amount of charges,
it's going to go.
It's going to go.
Well, I won't say it's going to go, but it will lose
the power quicker.
You're right,
losing it quicker.
You know what I mean? But like, to me, driving an EV for 2 years, just doing the money comparison as far as how much cheaper it is for maintenance and not having gas. If I can get 5 years out of my car, I'm good. Barry can go. You know what I mean? Because it's literally 60% cheaper.
That's awesome.
So what would you do?
Gas.
Would you get another EV or just get a
I'm
new
gonna get
battery?
another EV.
Okay, just
If something go wrong with it, like if I get to 5 years and something happened to the battery, like you just said, because the battery gonna be like 8 grand.
Right.
I done got my money. I paid 24 grand for my car. So after 5 years, what I use it for, I bought it strictly for that. I done made, you made
the money
8 times that amount.
Right.
So get that out of here and give me the next new thing.
Now, would you go totally all EV, even with your other car?
I'm not ready to do that yet, and the reason is because Queen want to do it because she see how cheap it is to drive my car. You know, I do a lot of driving.
Right.
But the problem is right now, if you have to go somewhere that's more than 300 miles in one direction, then you need something, with gas in it, because it don't make sense. Now you have to stop twice to charge your car in one direction. That don't make sense. You know what I mean? So that's my thing, is that you need something in case you want to go long distance. Let's say we want to go South Carolina. Well, we got 2 EVs. You either gotta be sitting and charging your car, for 2 hours on the way down, or rent something.
I know the thing that turned me off, like when we was out in the Bay, I got car sick in them EVs, man. He was saying something about the braking system.
Yeah.
Now, when I was in the back, I was cool. But when I sat in the front, in the passenger seat, every time I got in the front, I had
That,
vertigo.
and you know what? That is, I've had some people, like me, I don't get car sick. So, and especially when you're driving, I don't think you get car sick either. You know what I mean? Like if you're the driver.
Right.
But a lot of people, because when you got the regenerative braking, as soon as you let go of the gas, the engine starts to brake, and you can set it for how strong it is. So, if I take my foot off, you feeling that. You know what I mean? Like, so if you a passenger, you in the back seat, you constantly like feeling that while you going. You know what I mean? Like, and that's what, you know what I mean?
But I was cool in the back.
Right.
It was when I was sitting in the passenger seat.
Yeah. See, some cars like Tesla, you can't even turn it off. Which maybe you can, you know what I mean, for any real Tesla drivers that owners of Tesla. But when I've rented a few, I don't know how to turn it off. My car, you can turn it off. I can turn it off if I want.
Okay.
Whereas regular braking. You know what I mean? But that's, an option for somebody that, you want to have passengers in there, or somebody that would get car sick. You just turn it off, because that's going to make the ride more like a normal car.
What's been up with you, bro? What you been up to, man?
Same thing, man. Just grinding, brother. That's
Grinding.
all. Just grinding.
Working.
Making things make sense.
You had a big day Sunday, man.
Yeah. I was asked to talk a little bit at the church. I mean, so, I don't got when they ask me to speak, I don't got a problem talking. You know what I'm saying? So.
What was it? What was the, what you touch on?
We was talking about like men of value, you know what I'm saying? And it was just like, just kind of talking about, being battle ready when you out here, dealing with certain things. And, as men, we supposed to be, we stronghold. So when you out here battling, you can't show no weakness, you know what I'm saying? And a lot of times fear You know what I mean? It's one of the things that kind of cripple us, you know what I'm saying, as far as moving forward in our destiny. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, I spoke on, you know, not being fearful and not being vulnerable. You know what I'm saying? You know, because sometimes we get in a vulnerable state, you know what I mean? You know, it's like, especially like, you know what I mean? Because we talking about the guy, talking about Gideon. But when you're in a vulnerable state, you know what I'm saying? You know, that's also a form of weakness, you know what I mean? Because you don't know what to do. You're not battle ready, you know what I'm saying? So when you've been tried, you know, been through a couple of things, you know what I mean? It's like, okay, I'm not worried about fear. I overcame those things, you know what I mean? And I'm not gonna be vulnerable. Why? Because I've been I done been tested already. I done been tried, you know what I'm saying? So, you know what I mean? So with that, it's like, you know what I mean, when you just got like, when you really think about it, you know what I'm saying? Especially when you're dealing with God don't need a whole lot. He don't need a whole lot to make you move, you know what I'm saying? That open up a door for you. He just need like maybe 1%. That's just an effort. You put forth an effort, I'm gonna manifest everything for you. You know what I'm saying?
You think the fear come from people not having confidence, or just not having faith, or what?
I mean, go ahead.
I mean, it really come from not having a strong enough faith.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. Like we say something, you know, at our church, my faith is not fragile. My faith is not weak. My faith gets stronger every time I speak.
Right.
You know what I mean? So
rappers.
You know what I mean? Yeah, it's about building up that faith, because when your faith, you know what I mean, like when you got faith, there is no fear.
Right.
That's right.
You know what I mean? Like if I got a T-shirt, you know what I mean, that basically say that.
I just brought a T-shirt yesterday. It say "Faith over fear."
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, and when I seen it, I was like, yeah, I gotta grab this right here. You know, because you know, within the last, I'll say 4 or 5 years, each year my faith just kept getting stronger and stronger and stronger. And now it's like, you know, I just put everything in God's hands. You know, you gotta have that faith.
To what you know what I mean, last time we was talking and you asked me about the lady who had the crazy bull get in her car, and you know what I mean, so that incident, I was like, because my faith is strong, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, when your fear is down here when you got, you know what I mean, strong faith. So, you know, everything is in God's hands.
Absolutely. Ain't nothing you can do about it.
Controlling nothing. You know what I'm saying?
Only can control controllables. Everything else is in God's hands. He controls all of that. So bro, you gonna move up and be a pastor, man? What's up? You ain't ready?
Nah.
Pastor Jones.
You sure?
Yeah, I'm positive. I mean, I don't know. I mean, whatever God got, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Just take, I mean, I ain't rushing nothing.
If he bring it to you, you know.
Because people take those things for granted. They take it for like, to me, it's like when I look at some people in the church, man, you know, it's like they playing games to me, you know what I'm saying? So I'm like, I can't play games. You know what I mean?
You talking about the congregation?
Yeah, like I'm talking about like some of these pastors in these churches. It's like they playing games. It's like to them it's a money game. You know what I mean?
It's a money grab.
It's like, to me, it's like I don't play with God like that.
I was about to say, God's not to be played with, and that's how I always was.
I don't play with God, man.
That's how I always was. Like I always had, and it's something you always fighting with. You know what I mean? Like when I was called to speak or something like that, it's like, you know, it's stuff that you battle in your own life, but you know what I mean, trying to give a word, you know what I mean, to somebody else. So to what you saying, it's like, you know what, I don't want to play those type of games, like where it's like, you know, I'm up here, you know what I mean, doing this, and I'm trying to say that.
Right.
No, I want to be saying what I'm living, you know what I mean? So you constantly fighting that battle, because at the end of the day,
it's always that battle. It's just,
God, and nobody's perfect,
God
so you always
right.
striving to be better.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And I understand that, but at the same time, you don't want to be up there, you know what I mean, like playing, you know what I mean, games, and you trying to grow this and get.
Well, the thing is, you gotta have the right intentions.
Exactly.
When you're in those positions as pastors and reverends and deacons. I mean, the church needs funds and money to keep the lights on and for programs and this and that. So a lot of people say, you know, it's a money grab. No, it's not really a money grab.
Right.
And then, you know, a lot of the pastors and deacons, they got jobs outside of that.
They got regular jobs.
They got regular jobs. So, you know, when they pull up in their whips or whatever,
it's their job.
They got car notes and insurance, and just like everybody else that their jobs are paying for. So, like I said, it's all about the intentions. You know what I mean? You got to have the right intentions when you're in those positions to, you know, guide your congregation in the right way. So
that's the
question though. Like, no, I'm not trying to be that pastor though.
You can't say no.
I'm not saying. I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna say
That's not the direction he sees for himself.
Right now.
right. You know what I mean?
Right.
And I'll leave that there because I had no idea because God be like, you know what, tomorrow you be like, all right, yeah, I mean it's your time. You know what I'm
There
saying?
you go.
You know what I mean? You know, just making sure that mentally, more than anything, spiritually, I'm ready. You know what I'm saying? You know, because mental, I mean, God can he gonna orchestrate how you need to orchestrate.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
you can't call it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like we
Yeah.
just said, God control it. You know, if he put it on you, you ain't gonna have no choice but to do it.
Yeah.
But you can fight it. But if
Yeah.
you feel it, you gonna know. You gonna know when it's your time.
You can't fight God.
Yeah.
I don't care who you is.
Yep.
Mess around, be like Jonah about this
Yeah,
shit.
be in that chilling track.
Well, we're back, fellas.
Yeah.
Let's go ahead and
Yeah.
get it started. Welcome to the pod. Weather the Storm Entertainment presents the pod. I'm your host, Dwayne Weathers.
Romaine Jones.
Phil White,
This week, it's episode 16, fellas.
Wow.
16.
16.
16
Let's
in the
go.
books.
Let's go.
We've been off for a few weeks. I know y'all, hopefully y'all been watching that same old episode 15 for the last 3 weeks. Like saying, man, what's up? You know what I mean, where they at? I know a lot of y'all here to say, yeah, we knew they was gonna fall off. We knew they was gonna
Crazy,
stop.
Man. It's crazy that people think, it's really people out here thinking
Oh yeah,
that,
it's
man.
definitely people thinking
You know
that.
what I'm
But
saying?
you know what? No, we ain't stopping.
1-6.
Pause, like Diddy say, we can't stop, won't stop.
Yeah.
Take that. 16, episode 16, fellas. What's up? Before we get started, I want to go ahead and give a shout out to our sponsors. Y'all ain't see I had the exclusive Moss.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
I got the exclusive Moss merch on today, yo. Y'all ain't even peeped that, huh?
Not at all.
Peep it. Yeah.
Like I said, we're gonna give a shout out to our sponsor, exclusive
Saw the
Moss,
shirt, man.
the Moss Boss. Phil, go ahead and tell them about the Moss Boss, the exclusive
listen,
Moss, man.
Exclusive moss, you know what I mean? Irish sea moss.
I receive Moss.
You know what I mean? You get what is it? 100
102.
No, we getting
102. You get 92 out of the 102.
102.
Yeah.
You get 92,
92
you know what I mean,
minerals out of
minerals out of the 102. It's definitely strong, man. And I like I said all the time, just
a powerhouse.
just hearing about it, and now to have something that's official, because there's a lot of it out here.
Yeah.
But to have something that's straight from the source, you know what I mean, and you getting 92 out of 102, because there's a lot of stuff out here. You know, you getting 50 and
Well,
this is the real deal.
A lot of it's sea moss. This is conscious crispus sea moss.
Yeah,
It's
right.
a-
Yeah,
It's
that's
a
that
big
real
difference
deal.
between just
Yeah.
regular sea moss and conscious crispus sea
That's why
moss.
it's exclusive.
That's right. That's exactly why it's
Yeah.
exclusive moss, not sea moss.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, like you said, it's Irish sea moss. It comes from Ireland. That's an Atlantic coast. 92 minerals out of 102. Yeah. I mean, got it in capsules, gel,
So with the juice.
juices. What's up with the juice?
Yeah, you keep
The
talking about
watermelon.
juice.
The watermelon juice?
Yeah.
I mean, why ain't y'all order none?
Because it's all delivery. Oh, they do delivery by the way, but it's all delivery.
You know what? I got some juice for y'all.
Oh,
Okay.
this guy,
Oh, I want
He hold-
listen. I want the watermelon juice though.
hold on, he holding out on it.
Yeah,
I want
I
the
was holding out
watermelon
on them.
Hold on, and he got it in a he got it cold in the freezer.
I don't even, the Moss Boss ain't even, she ain't just sending them juices. She sent y'all some shirts too.
Oh man, okay.
I couldn't
Oh,
come.
look at this.
I couldn't. I couldn't come through and have a shirt and not get a co-host no shirt.
Okay.
So thanks for the Moss Boss.
Okay.
You know what I mean? With the gifts,
Yeah.
we're gonna go ahead and shake them up. We're gonna go ahead and shake this watermelon up. We've been talking about the watermelon.
Yeah.
See, that was the first thing they was like, yo, what's up with the watermelon?
Yeah.
Listen, you've been talking about this joint for a couple months, man.
Yeah, y'all about to see it. It's nice and cold. I had it in the freezer.
Oh yeah, I see the sea moss.
See it? The moss is in there. Let's go ahead and crack this thing.
Cheers. Cheers to the Moss Ball.
Cheers to the Moss Boss.
Cheers to
Make
the
sure you
Moss
show that
Boss.
label. Exclusive Moss.
Exclusive Moss. Watermelon.
Let's see.
It's real watermelon too. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Real watermelon.
Oh yeah. I told you, remember I said? It tastes like real watermelon, man.
You said it
that's
tastes
good.
better than watermelon.
It tastes better than watermelon.
Yeah, that's good right here.
It's a little frozen, but you still get that flavor and that
Yeah.
taste. So make sure y'all go to www.demoss.com. Place your order. They deliver in the tri-state, Philly, Jersey, Delaware. Comes in capsules, gel, the juices. Yo, she gave me some wine. She got
she ain't making wine.
She got the wine.
Wow.
She got the infusion juice. Man, I took a couple sips of the infusion juice. I was nice.
Yeah.
Went right to sleep. Slept like a baby.
Wow.
So make sure y'all check that out, man. Exclusive Moss, your Moss boss. www.themoss. That's TheEmoss. Your Moss boss.
And make sure you put in the POD for a 10% discount.
POD for 10% discount. Y'all finally got y'all juices.
Yeah, that's good.
Y'all got y'all some merch. Make sure y'all tell the Moss boss thanks.
Thank you.
Yeah, Moss Boss, she take care of us. You know,
Absolutely. Gotta represent the Moss boss, you know what I mean? So let's go ahead and talk about a few things. I know, Ro, you said today was Men's Day at the church, right?
Yeah.
With that being said, June is Men's Health Month. Actually, I got a doctor's appointment Wednesday.
I got one Wednesday or Thursday.
Yeah, I got a doctor's appointment Wednesday.
I took the blood work today, actually.
I think I told Ro, I don't think I told you, Phil, but I just started therapy last week.
Yeah, you told me.
Yeah.
You said you had a good session. That's what
I
heard.
had a good session, y'all. I'm about to, unbag some of this trauma that we go through as children and coming up as adults and, find out some of these things that trigger you from, some of the things that you don't know why you, some of the things you do and you don't know why you don't.
Right.
I said, with this birthday coming up, let me go ahead and start therapy. You know what I mean?
And
So your therapist, is it the same? It's going to be the same therapist?
Yeah, same
Is it
therapist.
male or female?
It's a female.
Okay.
Yeah.
no, but what's thorough is that the fact that I want to use the word thorough, but we as men, we need those things,
Yeah.
man.
I mean,
Because
not just men though, just
people in
general,
But we as men, we have a tendency of
Yeah.
like
We strong, so we keeping everything in and not, not talking about it.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And you can't, when you got stuff going on, it's like you got stuff on top of stuff on top of stuff. You know what I mean? You gotta unleash it, man. You know what I'm saying? You gotta unleash it. So that's thorough right there.
And that ties into, what you said, Wayne, about health.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because a lot of times the reason men die so much sooner than women, as far as on the, the age wise, is because we good. We get something, your body telling you something, but you like, no, you just trying to shake it off. Trying to bottle and keep everything in. No, go,
Yeah.
your body telling you something.
Physical health, mental health, all of it. You gotta get it all checked out.
Yeah.
You get on top, as we get older and we get more and more stubborn, but we need to be on top of our health a little bit more. You know what I mean? Being a little bit more out with it, a little bit more, letting people know. You know what I mean? Don't be trying to hide it. A lot of people get sick. Oh no, don't tell this person, don't tell that person. Man, if you speak up, it might be somebody out there that can help your situation. But when you're trying to hide it, you know what I mean? You can't get the help that you need.
Like you got the prostate, all that, man. All that. Colonoscopy, get all those things done.
Before y'all was coming, I was listening to the radio and the DJ was talking about getting an eye exam. And he said his eye exam, his doctor told him that so many people came here and got eye exams that had other issues, prostate, heart, but they found out through the eye exam.
Wow.
So it's like you got to get that stuff done, man. You know what I mean?
In fact, I just got the
get those checkups, your eyes, all that, your dentist, your physical. You know what I mean? All that. So
And mental.
I'm on top of it, and the mental, and that's why I said, you know what? Let me go ahead and unpack some of this trauma I've been through, because we all been through some trauma, and I'm taking it very serious. I'm excited about it, actually.
Yeah, talking about like the mental, like I don't know about y'all, but y'all know I watch movies. You know what I mean? Like I'm a movie goer, and it could be a movie. Most of the time it's like a movie, a TV show, something. And to what you saying, Wayne, like you see a something in that, like a scene in that movie, and it'll just bring something back, some of that trauma you talking about. You like, yo, I can relate to that.
Right.
Like it just hits you like a ton of bricks sometimes. You like, yo, that's me, or I can, you know what I mean? Like I
can identify.
Yeah, I identify with this character because they going through this.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So that's some of the stuff that, you know, you can find yourself holding in, not even realizing it's still impacting you. It's, you know, when you see a scene in a movie, you know what I mean? So,
well, one of the things I was talking to my therapist about, I said, I want to identify what triggers you, you know what I mean? Like anger and, you know, those behaviors.
Right.
What triggers me? You know what I mean? It was a real good session. And I discovered a couple things in that
Just in that first session.
I was like, wow, all right, this is going to be good. This is going to be good. Because the one thing about therapy, you got to be honest.
Right,
you got to be honest with yourself. And it's all about your truth. You know what I mean? Throughout everything. You want to talk about stuff that you're uncomfortable with. Like she brought up a couple of things. And I was like, I ain't ready for that right now. I ain't ready yet, you know? And they're going to let you go at your own pace.
Right,
you know what I mean?
right.
But
You gotta be authentic.
you still, and transparent, but you still have to get to those things to get to the root to find out. So,
And a lot of those things, I mean, you know, like stuff that I've dealt with, I kind of like, I had to start, you know what I mean, peeling back like an onion. A lot of it come back from your childhood. You know what I'm saying?
childhood
You know what I mean?
trauma.
And it's just like, okay,
Yeah.
I can go, I was able to trace it all the way back to when I was about 3 or 4. You know what I mean? And then once I said, okay, once I was able to identify it, then I just started working towards those things. Do I still have issues? Yeah, I still have issues, but because I know that I can conquer those things, it make the walk a little easier.
well, like they say, knowing is half the battle.
no one is half the battle.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Y'all ever think about doing therapy?
I have to go to therapy every day.
Yeah, I you know what I mean, honestly,
But I mean, not too like far as
Nah.
like professionally, nah.
yeah, I never, you know what I mean, I never really thought about going to therapy because I really don't have anything to trigger me. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't easily anger, you know what I mean? Like, I'm not really dealing with any traumatic situations, like, you know, in the household.
Right.
You know, but shoot, we all could use therapy. Like, you know, when we get together, you know what I mean?
Right.
Sometimes when we talking,
therapy.
it's a form of
Therapy.
therapy. You know what I'm saying?
It's
So,
therapy.
Because if you're not careful, man, people sit there and they'll dump their issues on you, and you'll sit there
Right.
take on somebody else's issue that's not yours.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
yeah.
So just talking about, you know what I mean, you know, talking things out always help out.
Yeah.
Well, you know, like it's being like I said, it's Men's Health Month in June. So hopefully a lot of men won't take it for granted.
Right.
You know, go get checked out and prostates or just start. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Just start doing something. Mental health, even the mental health. A lot of people scared of that mental health stuff. You know what I mean? I'm not scared.
A lot of people scared of checkups.
That's true. But but when you talk mental health,
Yeah.
oh no, I'm good. I ain't crazy or
Like,
And actually, that's the
You
number
need
one.
it.
That's the number
You
one.
need it.
Believe me, because if your mind ain't right,
ain't
nothing
nothing
else
right.
gonna be
Your
right.
body
Yeah,
ain't gonna
yeah,
work
yeah.
right. You know. So
yeah.
y'all go ahead, man. Get therapy. Go to your doctors. Make an appointment. Get a physical. At least do it. You know what I mean? When your birthday come around, once a year at least.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, that's light.
So we didn't talk about men's health. You know, men and women. You know. That's a nice combination, right? Men and women. A lot of stuff go on between men and women.
Yeah,
A lot of
relationships
stuff.
can be tricky sometimes.
Yeah.
Very, very tricky.
And you definitely need some mental health when it comes to these relationships. Speaking of relationships and mental health, we got this Papoose and Remy Ma situation going on.
It's messy, man.
They been married for what? How long? I think it's about 15 years now.
It's been a minute, man.
It's a minute, man.
And Remy Ma did 6 years in jail, and Papoose stuck by her like a true soldier and was going up there to see her every day. And now it's come to an end. Easy to Block Captain and Clarissa Shields done slid in. How y'all feel about that, man?
Oh, it's crazy. But hold on? Did you see? I saw something that it had talking about they was in a dance battle Caressa and Remy
Yeah.
for Papoose. You seen it?
I seen it.
Yo, but yeah, they bugging, man. I mean, I don't know, man, because
Well, I'm talking about the
right, the
aspect
actual of them and how everything
seriousness
happened.
of it.
Right.
You know what I mean?
I don't know, because me, being in a long-term relationship, marriage that's don't have any issues, like I can't put my finger on how people can be together for so long and then just fall apart like this. So
It happens all the time, though.
It does.
It happens all the time.
It
All the
does.
time.
20
How many
years,
times-
25 years.
Yeah,
exactly.
But I can't identify with it. So it's like when I see it, I'm like, yo, how? I got so many questions.
But it's like okay, them 6 years meant a lot to her, because she obviously she felt like, okay, I'm missing something. What did she go to jail for?
I think she
She
shot
shot
somebody.
some, she shot
So
somebody.
she was already for the streets anyway.
Oh
You know what I'm
yeah.
saying?
Yeah.
She was
Yeah.
her. She was
Yeah.
her.
Yeah.
So it's like, I mean, I'm not surprised. You know what I'm saying? I'm not surprised in none of this. Like everything she move, how she moving, ain't no surprise to me. You know what I'm
So
saying?
you think it's more of Remy than Papoose?
Absolutely. I mean, because it's like, I mean, I was listening to an interview. You know what I'm saying? And he was claiming said that he don't do interviews, but he just was like, yo, like I wrote out for this woman. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? I was trying to hold it down. Went to go visit her every day. You know what I'm saying? And then to get stabbed in the back like he did. He felt betrayed. You know what I'm saying? And he's like, and he really not even into the rah-rah, but she's trying to attack his character. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
he's a humble dude.
Yeah,
Papoose,
and I think-
he's always been a humble guy.
So what do you think, to my question, what do you think causes this situation right here?
Mm-hmm.
Somebody that riding for you without question. What causes you to make that decision that you made?
This is what I
Ego.
think. This is what I think.
Well,
This is what I think. I think when she got out of jail, she started rolling. Well, it took her a minute to start to get back up. You know what I mean? So once she started
Which was with his help.
with his help, so once she started, getting her glow back, I thought I could feel the energy. I was like, she moving a little different, little shady here.
Right.
She got, she started feeling herself a little more. She's doing shows and concerts, and she throwing that gear on. Like, she was out almost half naked with Papoose. You know what I mean? I think she wanted to be out there a little bit. You know what I mean? Cats was, coming at her. She probably was attracted.
So you think she was just basically like, I'm tired of being locked in.
I think she was tired of being locked
I
in
don't think she was locked in though.
from the beginning.
Yeah.
Oh, you think she been dipping out
been
from the
her.
start?
She been her. Like she went to jail. She went to jail for shooting somebody. Like, come on. Like she was already. For
Yeah,
the
but
street.
you err in the street don't mean you cheating on your spouse.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, no. If you
Well,
err,
and
if
that's
you err-
what- that's
if you
what I'm
err in the
talking
streets,
about.
If you err in the streets, you err. You err. You ain't just err in one area. You err all the way. Come on, man. I mean, y'all retired street dudes. Y'all know y'all err all the way across the board.
I mean, that could be.
Yeah, but wait. She went to jail for shooting the chick or whatever. Papoose rolled with it. If she was back then, don't you think he would have knew? Don't you think that was a perfect opportunity for him to get her?
But sometimes,
But that's not his character.
But sometimes love is blind too. You know what I'm saying? Like when you feeling somebody, it's like you might see it, but because it's not in your face, you know what I mean? You ignore it. You know what I'm saying? Like, well, I kind of feel it, but she ain't show it to me yet.
But your
He
intuition
knew.
tells you.
He
Your
knew.
intuition tells
He
you.
knew. Trust me, it ain't nothing new. He knew. It's just that, you know what I mean, the dude that she started rocking out with, like he knew him. You know what I'm saying? And he, you know what I mean, and he knew him to the point where they shook hands like they knew each other. You know what I mean? Now it's like, oh, now you disrespecting me. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean?
And
that's a whole different.
I don't know. I can't understand it. You know what I mean? Like, what would cause you? It's one thing. Y'all going through something in your relationship is rocky, and what I mean, y'all end up falling in other people's arms. That's one thing. But when you got somebody that's riding for you like this, you down 6 and they riding with you like this, and you still do that, now I can't really put my finger on it. But it's a good example for all the women out there. It ain't just us one way where the guys is always doing the dirt.
The women too.
The women is doing it too. So,
and I think that's why they making it bigger than what it is, because
it's vice versa.
It's vice versa. You know what I mean? Normally you hear the guy, although the women been doing it for as just as long as the men been doing it, but the fact that she did it, like wow, it's more than it's messy.
Well, I mean, both of them are out with it. You know, you see him out with Clarissa, and you see her out with Easy the Block Captain. You know, they taking pictures, matching gears, and I mean, it's crazy. I feel sorry for the daughter, for the kids. You know what I mean? That they airing this out in public and on social media, and it's gonna be out here forever, and the kids got to deal with that stuff.
And I think that's why Papoose actually came out with the social media platform, his social media platform, because she brought the daughter into it. You know what I mean? Like, if you leave my child out of it, I don't care about what you say about me, but don't bring my child into this. You know what I'm saying? And you know, it's like.
But then again, with today's climate, man, they might be doing it for the clicks, man. You never know. You never know out here. With everybody doing it for the gram and doing it for TikTok and social media. They might be doing it for the clicks.
Yeah.
You know? Because it went on for like.
For a minute.
It's been going.
And it's still going.
Well, it started a while ago.
Right.
But within the last 2 weeks, it was like they just
now they going back and forth with each other.
Dynamite just exploded. You know what I mean? So it was crazy. But
it's gonna be another, like, you think they're gonna start battling like rhyme wise?
No.
Well, that's what they said. Somebody on social media said, "Why don't they just battle?"
Yeah. Drop some diss songs.
Drop some songs.
You know what I mean? Let's get some hits out of this.
Because Papoose wrote 90% of her songs from what he said. You know.
Yeah.
So I don't think Remy would win that one.
Yo, she can get somebody else, Fat Joe. Or, you know what I mean? That's
the block captain.
Easy the block captain.
Yeah, he a battle rapper. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, she get Joe to write for her.
Yeah. That was another. I remember he had said something like he's ready to come at Papoose, man. Joe.
Well, they all friends though.
Yeah, but I mean
he rock out with
he gonna
Remy.
rock out with
I mean,
Remy. Absolutely.
That's like his little sister.
Yeah, he rocking out. So.
Well, I don't know. It's deep, man. I mean, it's unfortunate. You know what I'm saying? For that was a couple. A celebrity couple that was in the limelight. That you could look at like, man, they doing it right. You know what I'm saying?
For the culture.
Culture, right.
And now this. You know what I mean? So it's unfortunate.
And I think that's the part where I think everybody's surprised at, because it was for the culture, but now it's like, I mean, it's like I said, it's messy, man.
Yeah.
It's messy, bro.
Yeah. They should keep that dirty laundry at home, man. Yeah. Putting that stuff out in the street, they got kids.
I mean, end of the day, it's like, it's nothing, they're no different than us, you know what I'm saying? Like, that stuff happens, you know what I mean? But it's just like, don't use your platform to discredit the other person. Like,
I don't like how she tried to make him seem like he was he ain't no money.
Yeah.
He was a bum, wasn't paying no bills, and that was kind of corny on Remy, and that wasn't cool, because that's still your kid's father.
Right.
And just from his personality and his character, he's not. That's not him at all. You know, you could just tell that's not him. He's a humble dude. You know what I mean? Like, he was just out here not making no bread, paying no bills. She's like, I paid all the bills, this, that, and the third. He didn't do nothing.
If you give him some of the credits for all the songs he wrote for you,
he'll have a check.
Be up. You know what I'm saying?
But you got to think about that. If they were smart, that's what they would have did.
Right.
To make sure the family was cool. Right.
Yeah, that's true.
You know what I mean?
You might want to look at that, like you saying, bro. Like, maybe that was always. She was always like that. Like,
I mean, like
the peep game.
Like. No, for real. If my girl doing something far as my business, you getting cut a check.
Right.
And we gonna give our kids some credit so they can get a check forever. You know what I mean? You got to think smart with business. You know what I mean? But that just go to show how good of a guy he was.
Right. So I guess, if like looking at it from that perspective, it's like, okay, you know what? She got up and was like, oh, I'm up. You know what I mean? Although you wrote all my rhymes, I'm up, you not up.
I ain't dig that.
You know what I mean? That's not true.
I ain't dig.
We married, we up.
Yeah.
Right. I ain't dig how she tried to, downplay him like that. Like, he ain't had no money in this.
Yeah. I mean, that to me, that
wrote your shit.
Yeah, to me, that lends to what Ro was saying. Like, she been her.
Yeah.
It ain't just, you know what I mean? Like, if you moving like that, then you had an agenda the whole time.
Because you figure Papoose, like he was the buzz probably at the beginning of their relationship. He was the buzz. You know what I'm
he
saying?
fell back.
Yeah, and he fell
back for her. He been said that. He been said that. I'm gonna fall back and let her take the shot.
You know what I mean? He was the buzz. So like you got with him because he was the buzz, but now he not the buzz no more. I don't. You know what I mean?
I don't. When you're in a relationship, and forget a relationship, a marriage.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like it's about how we gonna come up as a family.
Right.
Yeah.
Like, so I don't understand anything that you're talking about, you know what I mean, trying to downplay and not, like you said, Wayne, put yourself in position where we all can win.
Right.
I don't understand it, especially when you can say, all right, if I was just a bum, just laying on the sofa, you know what I mean, eating snacks and watching movies is one thing, but I'm writing your rhymes.
Yeah.
Like, I'm participating in your success.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And this is how you gonna treat me?
Like that was a straight business move.
I don't understand
It should have been a business move.
And if it's two people that want each other, it should be easy.
Yeah.
Man. I don't care if you're going through bad stuff, communicate. It should be easy. You know what I mean? This is where we got a problem at. Let's fix it. What's the solution? And that's where relationships get mixed up. They don't try to figure out what the solution is. The problem just goes and grows and grows and grows and grows, and they don't try to figure out what the solution is to settle it. You know what I mean?
But you gotta keep in mind, 6 years of separation. I don't care if you see a person every day. 6 years of separation, that puts a nice little wedge.
It do.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like, and sometimes it's not repairable.
And that's why I said when she got out,
it's just it wasn't repairable.
she
been out for a minute.
But it was probably building up to this. You know what I mean?
She like you know what
So they probably just grew in different directions during that time.
She liked her independence. She liked to be really by herself. You know what I'm saying? Even though she might be dipping and dabbing or whatever, but she really like, you know what? I've been by myself for 6 years. I want to stay by myself. I like my freedom. You know what I mean? In this sense, you know. You know what I'm saying?
You riding with Papoose?
I ain't riding with neither one of them.
Neither one. Who you riding with, Phil?
I gotta ride with Papoose. I'm sorry.
Pat.
You know what I mean? Because it from everything that, it's 3 sides to every story.
Right.
You know what I mean? But from what we're getting, it initiated with her. So I gotta ride with the person that it didn't initiate with.
But it's like going back to, and the reason why I'm not robbing nobody because I don't know them.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I don't know dynamics of their home. I don't know nothing about them. You know what I'm saying? I'm only going by what he said and what she said.
Right.
And that's what it is. He say, she say.
And it's somewhere along the line, you got to try to put the truth together. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, so I ain't rocking out none of them.
Y'all let us know out there watching. Drop it in the comments who y'all ride with, Papoose or Remy Ma. Me, myself, Remy, that's my Gemini sister. I know it's Gemini season. But I'm sorry, Remy. I gotta rock out with Pat on this one. I'm sorry.
This is Gemini bull right here. Anybody in Gemini, the president, Kanye, he rocking out with yo.
Yeah, I'm sorry, Remy. I gotta rock out with Pat on this one.
Okay,
You know.
Gemini bull right here.
Yeah, it's our season, so go ahead and turn up, sis. Just go ahead and turn up. Do your thing. You know what I mean?
Speaking of another Gemini, what's up with your man Donald Trump, yo? He laid down a couple pardons.
Yeah, oh man, he pardoned. Yo, I ain't never seen so many pardons in my whole life, yo. Coming up.
Hold on, normally the pardons is at the end of your term. This boy, he pardoning like, yeah, he about to go crazy.
Hoover,
yeah,
Listen, he about to pardon himself.
YBA Youngboy,
Yeah.
the Christies. What's the
Speaking of Christie's, yo. Go ahead, my bad. Go ahead. Who else?
Go ahead.
No, speaking of Christie, Doug Christie got on the joint. He gets on something yesterday. I was listening to him.
And he was saying how the
he
black
just
people
saying,
was mistreated.
And I was just like, wow, that was huge. He's just like, it's like the way he was treated in the way a black person was treated.
and they talking about in jail.
In jail. He said
Yeah,
totally
I saw
different.
that. Yeah,
He said
yeah.
totally different.
I posted
You know
that.
what I mean?
Yeah, I saw that.
You know what I'm saying? So that like that was good to hear. Like, him being transparent. You know what I mean? Because a lot of times those things aren't being spoken upon. You know what I'm saying?
Again, man, like I keep saying, these people say these politically correct things to get on the right side and for the clicks and, but, he could be real.
Yeah.
He could be real, but I'm just saying, you got to think about it At both.
But you gotta keep in mind, like his he got black grandkids.
Yeah, that's true.
You know what I'm saying?
That's
So
true.
he
That
gonna,
is
he
true.
gonna he gonna be like, you know what, on the strength of her. You know what I'm saying? You know, like
So what you think about him pardoning the boy Derek Chauvin?
Chauvin?
Yeah, the boy.
Yeah, he did pardon him,
The
didn't he?
boy. I don't know if he did it. I don't think he did it.
No, fill me in with who Daryl.
Derek Chauvin is the boy George Floyd.
George Floyd guy.
Had his
he
the
got
cop.
pardoned?
The cop.
No,
I
they
think
was talking about
it was
they was talking about
conversation about it.
conversations about it.
Come on, nah, that's too far right there. I mean, Dad, we gave y'all took. I mean, Zimmerman, y'all gave him a pass, so
Yeah.
y'all can't give him a pass.
Trump want to go down as the greatest president of the United States.
Man,
What did I tell you when we first talked about it? I said I don't know. I said we talking about the Mount Rushmore of presidents. I was like, well, maybe Trump can get his name up there if he do something this term that solidify it. And if you pardon everybody,
But he pardoned criminals, like he pardoned like
yo, he pardoned the people that he pardoned the people that
that ran into the Congress.
the Congress.
Yo,
He pardoned
everybody.
He's pardoning criminals
Yeah.
though. Like you,
Yeah.
like this is like no, come on, you gotta do something more significant than that, man.
Well,
Because it's like saying okay,
Well-
it's okay to go out here and do crime.
So
You know what I'm
that
saying?
the ultimate part might be that last one that break the camel's back, yo.
What I want to know is, because I've never seen so many pardons in my life. You know, growing up, I always thought a pardon was impossible, pretty
Right.
much. You know what I mean?
Right.
But in this climate, everybody getting pardoned. But
Listen.
what I want to know is, what qualifies you and what approves the pardon?
The president.
Is it just the
president.
president's decision?
Yeah, he got the power to do it.
Wow.
And that's what
All right,
Trump is about.
Well, forget the people in the top tier. Go down to the little people.
No, because that's not going. Trump is
Exactly.
about he's about himself.
He's letting go of these high profile
Right,
criminals
because it's
He gonna
going
let them out of jail.
It's
Rappers, I mean, he letting rappers go.
right, because it's going
It
boost
don't matter,
up.
criminal.
What's the young NBA young boy? He let him go. He let the junkie young boy go. What's his
You
name?
say you let YN go out?
Kodak Black.
Kodak Black.
He's pardoned him. Yeah, young NBA young boy. He let him out. Yeah.
I mean, the ultimate one though is free Diddy. Yo.
He going. I told y'all I told y'all months ago. When he pardons Diddy,
Now, from what I heard, you can't pardon a state conviction. I heard this somewhere.
okay.
So the president cannot pardon a state conviction. So if you,
Yeah,
you know what I mean,
Diddy
a
stuff
state-
ain't federal yet. He ain't get convicted.
He ain't get, but
Yeah.
what he's on trial for is federal. So Trump can
the
get
RICO
convicted.
is federal.
That's the only thing he.
Right. That's it. Everything else is just.
If he get, Trump can just pardon.
Yo, this boy is the man. Yo.
So what y'all think? Y'all think he'll pardon Diddy?
Well, he said he got to look. He
gotta look deeper
He
into
said
it.
he got to look into it. But you
If
heard
he's being mistreated, I'm going to pardon.
exactly.
Yeah.
But you heard. But 50 Cent said, "No, I gotta talk to Trump because this Diddy is not a good guy, and I gotta let him know." So 50 Cent trying to
50 like keep him in there.
50 is a troll, man.
50 is crazy, yo.
50
is like, yo.
is the troll of trolls, man.
Yeah.
And you know what's funny? Because they got the new, speaking of 50, they got the new BMF coming out, and actually this weekend coming.
Yeah.
And I'm saying to myself, like, yo, him and what's saying, they just going at it. So I'm thinking, like, yo, like, you doing a movie about this bull, and y'all been going at it for the last month or so, you know what I mean? So I'm
Yeah,
like,
he
I don't even know.
tripping.
So
Like,
it's
I said, clickbait.
Yeah.
They want people to
Yeah.
watch the show.
Yeah,
you don't.
yeah.
In this climate, you don't know what the motive is.
Right.
why
It's
people
all
doing
marketing
stuff.
strategies.
Right. All
Right.
marketing and promotion, man. You don't know what the motive is, man.
Yeah.
So you got to be careful how you feed your brain and how you look at stuff,
Yeah.
and when you taking sides and, you know what I mean, giving your opinion on stuff. Me, I'm gonna stay right in the middle.
Yeah.
I'm gonna stay right in the middle, man, because I don't know.
I don't know, yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
But
But I don't think Diddy. I think he gonna beat the case.
I think he gonna beat it.
I think he gonna beat
I
the
mean,
case.
you know, they saying it's, you know, some stuff, but you know, and I'm sure that when a federal case come up, they got some stuff.
Yeah.
he's gonna beat the federal stuff.
That's the only case.
Yeah, that's it. Because
Yeah.
they not gonna get him on no RICO.
That's the only case. You know what I mean? Like, so, but we'll see. You know what I mean? it's good entertainment though.
Yeah, it's definitely good entertainment. I mean, this is the talk every day, pretty much, on social media, from the first thing in the morning to the evening. You know, everybody's covering it. You know, you got the boy Gene Dill knocking people out in front of the courthouse. It's crazy out there. It was a rumor that what was that rumor? Will Smith testified. They got all these rumors of all these people just popping up in the courtroom testifying, and just for clickbait. You know what I mean? It was somebody else. They said, was it Samuel L. Jackson? No, what's it? It was Will Smith, and it was another high-profile actor that they said testified. I forget who it was. I just heard it the other day. I should have wrote it down. But it's all clickbait, man.
I was listening to I think Papoose might have said this. She said, if there's a rumor about somebody, believe me, it's true.
Well, I always say, where there's smoke, there's fire.
Yeah. So, you know so if people are saying it and enough people are saying it,
right?
You know what I mean?
There's some truth to it.
There's some truth to it.
That's
a lot of lying.
No, because here, let me tell you how that can be confusing. Just like what we talked about the Shador Sanders situation. All the talk was how bad he was doing in these interviews. But then when you ask, well, who said it? And you know, well, I heard it from, you know what I'm saying? So it can be a good source that put a rumor out there. And because of this social media era, now you got thousands of people spreading it, reposting it. You know what I mean? Now all of a sudden you taking a rumor as truth, and now you got all these thousands of people saying it. So now it becomes true. You know what I'm saying? So sometimes it could be that. You know what I mean? Like, all right, with enough people saying it, well, enough people could be spreading a rumor that's spread like wildfire that's absolutely false. So you gotta be, you know what I mean? It's a thin line. You gotta be careful.
You gotta decipher.
So it wasn't no parties going on?
What parties?
The Diddy party.
The Diddy party. Absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah, but what were they doing illegal stuff that they said? Was it drugs in the baby oil? This is all the rumors that they was talking about. The baby oil had drugs in it, yo. This is what they were saying early on.
Blink twice, yo.
Yeah.
I seen it was a social media post I seen. You know how they was exaggerating, say it was thousands of bottles of baby oil. They said it wasn't thousands of bottles. It might have been maybe 100.
That's still a lot of bottles. 100?
But
that's a lot, yo.
But that's not really that much. It's not, because Cassie said in one session they used 10 bottles.
Oh, so that's only 10 episodes?
That's only 10 episodes, yo. You threw them, Joe.
Yo, that's crazy, yo. That's just crazy, man.
Yeah, Diddy, he's a wild boy, yo. Seriously.
He's gonna get off though.
Yeah, he gonna be. I mean, I think the time he served is pretty much all the time he's gonna get.
That's what's happening. You know.
I mean, because to me, and again, I'm not in the courtroom. Of course, I don't got all the testimony. I'm not looking at the videos and everything that they got, but from just everything that's being regurgitated from the actual courtroom, like real news media stuff, you could really say that they both was in a consensual
situation,
swinger lifestyle.
Yeah,
that's what it was. I mean, it was freaky stuff inside it, but I mean, it's a lot of freaky stuff that happened in bedrooms all across America. That don't make it illegal.
Only thing that would incriminate him would be the beating in the hallway.
Yeah.
Outside of that,
oh no, he definitely an abuser.
No, I'm saying, but outside of that, it's like what they charging him for, that's like they wasting time, man. Taxpayer money, man.
But you know, you trying to take somebody. Now, don't get me wrong. He definitely is provoking some people, but that, you know, I mean, that's happening in boardrooms all across America.
They said witnesses disappearing too.
Yeah, that's why they didn't want to let him out.
Yeah, they said witnesses is disappearing. Yeah. So, I mean, Diddy got some power, man.
He
got some power.
He a dangerous
man. I mean, that's like
I won't use the word dangerous. He's a person of power.
Right. I was about to say that just like person of power. When R. Kelly, when they was trying to get him the first time with the 14-year-old girl, that whole family disappeared. They took the money and went off radar.
Yeah.
And that's what's happening a lot with this case too.
But what I don't understand is everybody want to see Jay-Z go down. You know, Jay-Z name just pop up. They want
because they figure they both the same.
Everybody want to see
powerful. Listen, powerful black men. I mean, do the history, do the research. It's happening year after year. Like Michael Jackson, when he tried to, you know what I mean, make a powerful move.
He did make one when he took Paul McCartney, the Beatles joint.
Boom. They was like, nah, we not doing that. Bill Cosby.
Prince, all of them.
You know what I mean? Boom. Yeah. So
doing that,
look, you can't you can get this money, but stay in your place. Don't try to rise too high because we're gonna chop you down.
But what is Jay-Z doing? Jay-Z is like
Jay-Z's a billionaire. He's a black billionaire.
He's a billionaire, but he's not out here trying to
Well, they saying he's just as bad as Diddy. Like all the stuff
that part too.
He contributed to a lot of that stuff.
Right.
And they were kind of like they best friends, and they rolled together. So they kept it under the cap. You know what I mean?
Right.
Under the rug together. You know what I mean?
But okay, you get plucked. You got plucked.
Yeah.
Don't pluck me. You know what I'm saying? Don't mess up my home.
Well, I'm talking about the people in general.
But I'm just saying,
want to see Jay-Z come down.
My whole thing is like, I mean, and the bad part is our people that want to see him go down.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Like, listen, man.
After he built everything he did and to get where he is.
It's like, leave that man alone. Like, what's the old thing? The old saying, guilty. You know what I mean, innocent until proven guilty. Like, he's not. Nothing has been brought out on him. You know what I'm saying? So,
but like Wayne said, at the same time, it's another saying, you guilty by association.
yeah.
Guilty by association.
You was definitely associated with him.
Right.
Definitely.
Y'all was in a lot of boardrooms making a lot of moves.
But so was a whole lot of people.
Right, but that's why they trying to let's get this other black man in there too, because you had an association with him.
If Diddy go down, he not going down by himself.
Oh, nah.
That's the bottom line, yo. It's gonna be a lot of slow singing and flower bringing, yo. Seriously.
He gonna be up there like Nino, yo. No, I'm taking a stand.
That's what it's gonna come down to, yo. He's not going down by himself, man.
That'd be crazy, man.
Kareem Akbar.
He's the leader.
The educated brother from the bank.
That'd be crazy, man. Oh man.
You pull out a name and then have everybody like, oh.
But that's another situation where I feel sorry for the kids.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Them three little girls. I think he just had another little baby too.
Wow.
Did he?
Not long ago. Yeah. He got, I think, a Tyler maybe he got. So it's like, man, the kids, yo. You know how traumatized they gonna be?
Yeah, we're talking about that therapy.
She had the baby?
I think
No.
Oh, not his baby.
No, that ain't his baby.
Okay,
but
my
no.
bad.
we don't know. We don't know now.
Yeah,
it might be Diddy baby. You know what I mean?
Case is over if that's Diddy baby.
It might be.
Seriously.
Definitely Diddy, yo, DNA, you know what I mean? We need a test on that
That'd
thing.
be crazy.
That's my baby.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what you gonna say. You gonna get up on the stand.
I'm that baby pappy.
Wow. This thing is crazy,
Yeah.
man. It's crazy what goes on out here in this entertainment
Absolutely.
industry, man. Just in the world, period, man.
But
When you think about
it's like, you know, listen to an interview I listened to earlier today. It's like they regular people too. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, normal
so
people, man.
anything that normal people go through, they go through it as well. You know
It's
what I mean?
just
They're not
escalated.
exempt. It's just that they're out in the limelight.
It's just escalated.
Yeah.
Because you got that status.
Right,
You know what I
yeah.
mean? It's same stuff we be doing.
Yeah, same exact stuff.
Same
you
stuff.
know what I mean? Every time I think about it, like, I'm good on the fame, yo.
Yeah.
Fame bring a lot of
Drama.
you know what I mean? More money, more problems. It ain't the money.
You're famous now. People seeing you
No, I'm talking
in the
about that.
street.
I'm talking about fame. Like you got paparazzi and
Yeah.
yo, that's too much, yo.
Your life ain't your life.
Yeah, it's too much. It's too much.
Like, you want to be able to go into the market, buy a loaf of bread, and not get stopped by 100 people.
Yeah, that's you know what I mean. That bring the need for a lot of therapy, yo.
Yeah.
Cause that's stressful.
Well, that's why a lot of them be on drugs.
Yeah.
I mean, just
Trying to cope with it, yeah.
stuff, you know. They don't even they can't even deal with it, so they
Because
gotta
I-
get doped up.
because they're not able to live up to the image that people.
The expectation.
Yeah,
I mean,
be high, man.
that's a lot. That's a lot of expectation to live up to every day for years, consistently.
Yeah.
Like you, I mean, you really gotta give these celebrities credit because
that's what I'm
hard.
saying.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Keep that image up for years and years and years.
And that's another reason why it's so difficult for, celebrity relationships to work.
Right. Because everybody in your business.
Yeah, it's like crazy.
You don't have nothing to yourself.
Yeah. What y'all think about the Lauren London situation with Diddy? How they saying that she had something to do with Nipsey's death?
Yeah, I mean, I can't. That's the one that I can't.
It's deep.
That's the one that I can't.
swallow.
Yeah, I can't grasp that one, yo. I can't grasp that one.
But
You never know.
You never know. You never know.
No.
Suspicious.
You never know.
Never know, man.
But they, like I said, they supposed to have footage of it, but
Footage of what?
tapes. You know what I mean? Like tapes of them,
Diddy and Lauren.
Diddy and Lauren,
Diddy, Lauren, and Nipsey.
Diddy, Lauren, and Nipsey.
In the freak off.
Not in a freak off, but like in compromising situation.
Wow.
Wow.
Yeah.
To the point where you gotta go?
No, I don't know what caused it to get to that level. You know what I mean? Like, but you know how it is. Like it ain't no coincidence, I think, that a lot of people around Diddy no longer here.
Yeah.
Think about it.
Yeah.
A lot of his close circle.
Yeah. Mace made it.
He don't look like the only one.
Mace said he got out at the right time.
Yeah.
Okay.
And he said that recently. He's
Yeah,
like,
I saw
stopped
that,
at
yeah.
the right. He said I got out at the right.
He was like,
time.
think about it, and then he started naming.
people that fell off. Yeah.
Yeah,
Big Craig Max.
yeah.
It's crazy. But
But Craig Mack didn't get murdered.
Well, they don't.
Well,
No, he ain't get murdered. He ain't gotta get murdered, yo. A lot of people ain't get murdered.
I know.
Kim Porter ain't get murdered either.
Easy ain't get murdered neither.
You know what I mean? Like, a lot of people come down with these sicknesses, yo.
I know what's the name said that he said he didn't even come to visit him. Black Rob. You know what I'm saying? When he was sick, he said he didn't even come out and reach out, nothing.
Yeah.
But like I don't know these people, man. I'm sick to that. I don't know.
Well, like I said, man, I feel sorry for the kids. You know what I mean? God bless the kids. You know what I mean?
God.
Hopefully the brother, what happens. I don't wish to see nobody in jail or dead, any of that. But I mean, if you're guilty, you gotta pay the cost. You know what I mean? You gotta pay the cost. So
Yeah.
we're gonna keep our eyes locked into that Diddy case. We can't help it. So
It's there for us,
it's out here like that. So we're gonna stay locked into that. And we're gonna talk about next, man. I mean, you know what?
Talking about the AI stuff.
Let's talk about that, man. Talking about social media and Instagram and the internet. We about to be out of jobs soon because AI and these robots is taking over.
Yeah.
At a very rapid pace, and people not really paying attention to that.
Like I was on this looking at this app, and the app offers out 77 different AI robots that can kind of like whatever you're into, it can kind of like match you up. You know what I'm saying? So if you're into music, even something like this, it can actually take this and kind of match you up. You know what I'm saying? Where it's you no longer have to have or no longer have to go hire someone to do that job. It's doing it for you.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And it's doing it at a rapid pace where it's like it's actually people are like their income has been doubling and tripling over a couple months.
Right. Well, the reason why I wanted to talk about this topic because I came across something on the internet. Actually, it's down in Delaware, in Wilmington, the Amazon Amazon building down there. They're using the robots instead of the humans.
So we've seen that though.
Yeah, I know we've seen it,
Yeah.
but it's like I said, it's getting more and more rapid. They're doing the heavy lifting now.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, they're not just doing the little stuff. They lifting the heavy stuff,
The pallets.
the pallets and stuff, and these jobs are about to start diminishing because the robots
Free labor.
No. It ain't free because you got to keep them maintained, and that's where the humans going to come in. So people need to change their focus on their careers and what they're learning how to do these days. You better start learning how to fix AI and robots,
Right?
Because with these robots, you don't have to pay them overtime. They work 24/7. They don't take no breaks. Yeah, I mean, so you got to
No
think
call
like
outs,
no
nothing.
call outs, no none of that, no insurance, no. So people gonna start winning with these robots soon, and these jobs are gonna start diminishing
what
at a
movie-
very fast pace.
What movie was that? It was a movie like that.
With iRobot? No, that was Will Smith Jones.
No, it was a movie where like the robots were just doing everything, and like the people was just like almost like peasants. There's a lot of movies like that.
Well,
It was something recent. I do remember.
they said by 2037, we're gonna be hiding from AI,
I can see that.
if not sooner.
I can see that.
That's 12 years, yo.
Yeah, I can see that, man.
That's
Because
12 years.
Because and I won't necessarily say hi, but we becoming so dependent on them things.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I remember when McDonald's was like, okay, we want to give people raises. Then all of a sudden you start like the 7 cashier that used to be in the front. It's one cashier in the front. You do your order at a kiosk. You know what I'm saying? You go to Walmart now, it's a kiosk. You go to Home Depot, Lowe's, it's a kiosk. All the major stores are just kiosks. It's no longer human, relationships, you know what I mean? So intimacy, you know what I mean? So it's I can see that, man.
Let me see if I can
can see
pull it
that,
up.
man.
I had it. It was a post I put up.
You talking about the joint you sent out?
No, they were talking about the jobs. It was 10 jobs that I posted that robots are
being taken
taking over
over.
right now. Right now, today.
Yeah, it's I mean, hey, that's real, man. We've been watching movies about it for years.
Yes, yeah.
They've been telling you.
And we see it happening right in front of us, yo.
Yeah.
Just developing right in front of us.
Eyes wide open.
Let's see if I can pull it up real quick.
Developing right in front of us. Like, and like you said, if you really want to, it's like, it's a book called Who Moved My Cheese.
Yeah,
You know what I
how
mean?
about
You can't get locked into how things used to work. No.
Yeah.
The cheese somewhere else, you gotta adapt to it.
Right.
Gotta
And
adapt.
AI is that adaption.
Yeah.
I was just telling this lady that the same thing. She was like, I don't know how to do this. I was like, you better learn.
You found it?
Yeah, I got it. I was like, you better learn. I was like, because the world's changed. And you got to keep up. If you don't keep up, you're going to be lost. She was like, you know what, you're right. I was like, yeah, get your kids to teach you or something.
Yeah.
Says, what is this? I think it's 10 jobs that
Being taken over.
it says
by
robots
AI.
are taking over human jobs faster than you expect. These 10, come on, John. They got one of them is a precision a shooter robot. They about to take over sports soon. He's on the court tossing the ball up for the basketball players like a referee.
Wow.
Then they got one as a cameraman. Like, shooting movies. Instead of having somebody behind the camera, they got the robot behind the camera.
But I can see that though. That's steadiness.
But I'm just saying,
that's
these
jobs,
jobs
yeah.
are about to be diminished. You know what I mean? What's the next one here? Wow.
That's scary though, man. Because like you
It's
said,
real.
as they get more advanced with it, and they're able to do more, and being put in different positions, what is going to be left for us to do?
Nothing.
Like you said, you can't. You know what I mean? You don't got to pay wages. You don't got to pay health insurance.
No
All you got to
overtime.
do is just maintenance.
That's
They work 24/7. All you got to do is keep them running.
Yeah.
That's where the job's going to be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Keeping the bots running. That's it.
But those bots been out there for years. You figure like the car industry been using them for years. Years. You know what I mean? Picking up this part, putting it on here, doing all the drilling. Ain't no man doing all that. You know what I'm saying? Because it's production. It's all about production. You know what I mean? You know what you always say? You know what I mean? America is a corporation. You know what I mean? So, if we lead the world in corporation, we gonna be the ones, man.
They got
China,
they got
Japanese,
they got
Asians,
construction bots that are building homes. They got robots night service at gas stations. They got robots repairing high voltage cables.
How?
They got road sign building robots. They got robot chefs. They got robots at the casino dealing the cards.
Yeah.
They got a legged robotic horse. It's about to be crazy out here, man.
Yeah.
It's about to be the movies we watch.
That's
it.
It's about to be just like that soon. Just like that. You know? Like, remember the cars, them cars blew me away, man. When we was in the Bay. You said you seen them before. Man, I seen them cars driving themselves, man. I was like, yo, this is crazy.
Yeah.
No driver behind the car.
What's the name had one of them? The comedian boy.
Who?
That was I can't remember. I think we was at the party.
Which party?
Mike party.
Where? Down Delaware?
Yeah, he had that video.
He's in Baltimore.
He was in a Tesla. Yeah, Baltimore. Yeah, B-more. Yeah, and that joint, he was sitting back. I'm
Really?
watching him. He's sitting back in the chair, and the car is parking for him.
But these Jones, yo, they was literally on the street. Nobody behind the passenger.
What?
Nobody behind the steering wheel at all. I still got the pictures in the video, man.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody behind the steering wheel.
And it's just a passenger.
Just passengers.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
In the back. One of them had a passenger in the front. The other one, it was just passengers in the back. Nobody
in the driver's seat.
Nobody in the driver's seat.
Wow. Yeah, no, yeah. It's official.
Yeah. Yeah, we here. We there.
Wow.
We here, man. We in the future.
You can, like, it's called Waymo. That's the joint that's in the Bay.
Yeah, we
And
in the future, man.
You can literally, it's like Uber, Lyft.
Yep. That's what it is, pretty much.
You get in, call them, it pull up, you get in.
So we need to
Take
invest
you
our
where you
money in
going.
that.
Pretty much.
Right.
AI and robots. That's what I would invest in. That's where the bread gonna be, the future.
That's what it is right there, y'all.
You know?
Because, I mean, even our cars, they add a little bit more and more, like the EV. I can hit the joint and it drive and stay in the lane. It slow down, speed up based on traffic. I ain't gotta do nothing. You know what I mean? So they starting to add it.
The little car I had last week, 2025, it was literally telling me when to brake.
Really?
It was telling me like, yo, brake. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, and it almost kind of like jolted a little bit. You know what I'm saying?
If
like,
you get too close,
like, you're not gonna brake, I'm gonna brake for you. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, we in the future, man. We definitely. I'm waiting for the teleport. Beam me up, Scotty. I hope I'm around to see that.
Yeah, that'd be amazing to see. I don't want to experience it. I just want to see it.
I do. I want to experience that.
They want to see your
No,
molecules.
we ain't gonna be here. We ain't gonna be here for that.
Your
One.
molecules just gonna go from one spot to the next.
That's gonna be crazy.
We ain't gonna be here for that one.
It's gonna happen though.
We might be here because they starting to sprinkle them in for the flying cars. We might see that.
We might see that.
But with the beam me ups, we ain't going.
I want to see the beam me up, yo.
Yo, can you imagine?
I want to see the beam me up, yo.
But can you imagine, like,
Beam me up, Scotty.
everything that we saw on TV from
It's
kids
happening.
is manifested right now. That is
manifesting.
amazing, yo. That's amazing.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
That's why kids, even adults, especially, you know what? I want to be the advocate for the older people. You can do whatever you want to do.
Yeah.
It ain't too late.
Yeah.
It's not too late. You're not too old. You got that dream. If you can think it, you can make it happen. Make it happen. Don't give up, especially these days now. If you got a dream, you better go for it. Cause you can make it happen. You can make it happen. I know y'all got bills to pay and gotta go to work, got your 9 to 5s, but them 9 to 5s might not be there too much longer with these robots and AI.
In fact, this guy wants me to come into his garage and build he actually has his own cyber blockchain. You know what I'm saying? And he wanted me to build it out for him. I'm like, he said, yo, crypto blockchain. He's like, yo, trust me, yo, you want to get into this. You know what I'm saying? And this dude, like a regular dude in his garage. You know what I'm saying?
It's the work is at home, on your computer, laptop, your phone, all this getting up, driving to work, one of these companies, man, that stuff about to be obsolete, man.
Yeah, because you see a lot of people, a lot of places going bankrupt, yo.
It's about to be obsolete, bro.
Because everything is
at the crib. Because companies are understanding.
Automated, everything.
It's like
now I don't mean to cut you off, but the one thing that's gonna be around is delivery.
Yeah.
Because everything is online, so they gotta get here.
Right.
Yeah, but they're
the
using robots for
gonna
that.
take that over.
They already
too.
doing it.
They gonna take it all over, man.
They got packages being dropped off by drones.
Take it all over, man.
Yeah, already. They got like pizza shops got drones that come down the street with your pizza right to your house. It's already happening
right now at a rapid pace.
Yeah,
we might not see it.
Yeah, because a lot of this stuff is like Silicon Valley, like where we saw the cars, San Fran.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like a lot of this stuff is like just in little pockets now.
Yep.
That's where they developing it. But before you know it, it's gonna be here.
That's why I try not to subscribe to that stuff.
They're gonna have the robot cops knocking the YNs in the head.
Yo, that'd be crazy.
Snatching their guns, taking them to jail, yo. So y'all YNs, y'all better calm down. RoboCop is coming.
Grip you up.
You gonna little skinny YNs like RoboCop is coming, YNs. So y'all better take them skills and do something positive because a lot of y'all real talented.
But I mean, it's scary, but it's also amazing, yo, how technology, how we've, in our lifetime, which we ain't been here that long, but we've seen a lot of technology happen. You know what I'm saying?
Man. Like
that's crazy.
We've seen the turning TV to you can speak into the
remote
TV
controls.
Now, like you can
Alexa, turn TV on.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
It's crazy, man. Like it's crazy because I was talking to one person. This is like if they lost their phone, they couldn't get into their house. They couldn't get into their cars. I'm like, yo, like that's crazy, man.
Yeah.
Hey, it's real. The world has changed. And that's what the pandemic was for, to shut us down.
Revamp.
Change our mindsets.
Yeah.
Whether you want to change your mindset or not. If you don't change your mindset, you're going to be lost in the sauce.
I mean, because it's just the thing, like when we was kids, there was no phones. There was no portable phones.
No.
Like you had a pay phone and a house phone.
Yeah.
And your house phone had this long cord on it,
right,
so it can reach to all the rooms in the house.
Yeah.
But now you look at it like we used to watch movies. Dick Tracy talking to his watch. We like, yo, that's crazy.
Beat me up, Sky. He's the first cell phone.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
But
and that was black and white.
It's here, yo. We're using this stuff that we looked at, 40 years ago.
Yeah,
it's happened.
It's crazy.
That's why I say anything I want to do, I can do it, man. If you just put the work in and believe in it. Everything we have was so ideal to somebody.
That was it, yeah.
Every single thing.
Yeah.
And a human did it.
Yep.
So you can do whatever you want to do.
Only thing that's gonna stop you is you.
And that comes back to what we were talking about earlier, where it's having faith in God. You know what I mean? That's where it starts from. So let's go ahead and wrap it up, fellas.
Yes, sir.
We ain't been here for a few. We got a little workout because we got a big episode coming up soon. So make sure y'all watch this episode, watch some of the past episodes, but definitely tune in for our Father's Day episode. That's going to be very, very special. Very, very special.
Before we roll out, shout out to Trey Cheney. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I got want to give a shout out to a friend of mine.
Family.
Trey Cheney and the Cheney family. I'm sure y'all on social media, it's been all over the world. He lost his crib down in Henry County in Georgia to a tornado. His son was thrown 300 feet. He's in ICU, critical condition, real bad shape. So definitely want to keep their family in prayer.
Absolutely.
Definitely prayers.
Trey, we here for you, bruh. I know you're not answering your phone, you just texting right now, but just keep your head up, man. We praying for y'all. So you keep praying too. Shout out to the Cheney family. That's pretty much it for the day, fellas.
Yeah.
Let's go ahead and wrap it up. Y'all want to close out with anything, bro?
No, just like we were just talking about earlier. What I mean, just gotta learn how to separate your fears and your faith. What I mean, believe in yourself, believe in your dreams, and don't feed into your fears.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Because your fears will stop you from achieving your dreams. So just gotta let yourself free. And allow yourself to achieve. You know what I'm saying? So that's all I have to say.
I mean, for me, it's June. You know what I mean? We halfway through the year already.
Yeah.
Summertime, the weather's changing. Now is the time to, get out here, take your health seriously so you can be around to enjoy this life. We only get one of them, and just everything that's going on, man. Like, this is the perfect time. Like you said, you ain't never too old to get it.
Mm-hmm.
You're never too old to get it. So now is the time, to do whatever it is that you want to do.
Mm-hmm.
Whatever that dream is that you had, when you were a kid, it can still happen today. And it's not, we 5 months through, now is the perfect time to make it happen. Put those plans into place. Get out here, get our health right, enjoy this life that we got, man, and live it to the fullest.
Mm-hmm.
Don't put off living, to when you retire and all that. No, live now, live today. Make today be the best day of the rest of your life.
Mm-hmm.
So,
yep. And on that note, pretty much touched on what the brother said. I pretty much agree with them. Just do the right thing, man.
Mm-hmm.
Just do the right thing. There's cameras out here, especially to the young guys out here, the young women out here that's trying to live that life. It ain't worth it. It ain't worth it. You're gonna get caught. And a lot of y'all talented. Take that talent and do something positive, young people.
Mm-hmm.
There's too much opportunity out here. Too much opportunity. Take that talent and do something positive. Whatever, like he said, whatever your dreams are, just go for your dreams. You ain't got to be out here doing no negative stuff, So on that note, we're going to wrap it up. Make sure y'all subscribe, like, comment, check out past episodes. We on all social media platforms, Weather the Storm Entertainment, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok. What else? All of them. We all over, so ain't no excuse if you can't find us. Make sure y'all drop some comments. I want to hear what y'all got to say about some of our topics and some of our opinions, and give us your opinions. So on that note, we here at the pod. We out.
Peace.
Peace.